Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. A bunch of people stand around a man with beautiful hair signing papers. That's what happened this week. Crypto Week is now done, and President Trump officially signs Crypto Genius Act into law. MasterCard posted this very strange tweet. I think this was a tweet that was probably scheduled, I think about 10 years ago, because they're using hashtags, which is very strange in my opinion. But anyway, the good news about this is that they're working across crypto and traditional finance ecosystems to explore how stablecoins can complement and enhance existing payment systems. Gosh, it sounds like a whole bunch of gobbledygook, but the reality is that there's been a lot of signs, namely with Chainlink. And I don't know who this guy is, but the main thing here is that, yes, Chainlink is a partner with MasterCard and other services like that. And yes, we do know that there was a Bitcoin whale who sold 80,000 Bitcoin for $9.6 billion. But come on, people, this whale bought at 2011, bought in 2011 for $54,000. That is a banging trade right there. I don't care what you say. That is an incredible trade. I'm happy for them, honestly. Like, that is ridiculous. Let's not be too quick to judge. That's a fantastic trade. Now, why are they selling right now? Why are they selling after Crypto Week is now signed in and all this stuff is happening? You know what? Maybe they just found out what their seed phrase was and they could finally sell. Who knows? So let's go back over here to TradingView and get started. So the first thing we need to talk about today is BTC's price action. Now, I know some of you probably felt a little bit bummed as Bitcoin closed down 1% yesterday. But guys, the price is at $117,000. Now, for those of you that are new, it's okay. I want to help you out with a couple of things. For one, the reason why I love using these three indicators is because they show me three different things in different ways. Relative strength indicator, a relative strength index, shows me the strength of any asset. And I always use RSI with a length of 7. When I see a high like this, 86.7, that's a massive, massive reading. It's a massive level. And then the next day, falling down below 70, that's an instant sign of weakness. This does not discount the bullishness of the crypto market, but this is just showing me that this specific asset, Bitcoin, is losing a bit of steam. That's all it means. And you know what? It doesn't even mean that it's going to be dumping or anything like that, because when I look at on-balance volume, which is looking at cumulative volume based off of every single day. So if we have a really big day with a green candle, then it's going to be an increase in OBV. But the main thing is that this moving average here continues to move up higher and higher. Daily volume continues to overwhelm and exceed the moving average. We're actually starting a new uptrend in volume right here. Now, hopefully it isn't short-lived, but this is basically what we saw happen back over here in mid-May when we had our previous rally. And of course, the TBO remains strong, bullish. The price is above the cloud. All four lines are independently pointing up. And most importantly, the slow line continues to curl up. That's a bullish sign. On the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is still looking incredible. But the main thing is that RSI made a new high. It made a new high last week. Yes, it's going to be curling down a little bit unless we see a big burst in volume and price action, but things are still looking good. RSI volume is set to exceed the moving average as well this week, as long as weekend volume is not boring like it usually is, which it's probably going to be. Now, Ethereum also needs a lot of discussion because this chart is ridiculous for several reasons. I mean, the fact that Ethereum is up this week alone 19% is crazy. Volume has already exceeded the moving average. This week is one of the best weeks for volume, and it's not over yet, that we've seen since February, and before that, since December. This is a huge bullish sign. On the daily time frame, you can see how daily volume right here is just obliterating the moving average, just pumping up higher and higher. We had the single highest day of volume for Binance's ETH/USDT market since back over here on the 3rd of February. This is a great start. Now, the thing you have to understand is that Ethereum is closing in on significant resistance here between 38.79 and basically 4,000. This is where things get a little bit like, this is a late time to long, I'll say that much. And we're also looking at, yes, we have breakouts. Yes, the price is bullish. Yes, all 4 lines are curling upward, which is great, but the price is admittedly overextended by 19% from the fast line. Just keep that in mind. But also keep in mind that I have a video coming out literally tomorrow that's going to be talking about my targets for Ethereum. And I have a lot of information and a lot of reasons why I think what I think. But this is a great looking chart. It's overextended, but that's just because the market's bullish right now. Bitcoin dominance. This chart continues to impress me. Yesterday's close was lower than the low we saw back over here on May 14th. We have a low here at 61.34%. It continues to fall. Daily RSI put in a new low yesterday. It actually exceeded the low that I've been tracking, 4.28. And it continues to tumble. This is historic. It actually is the best way to say it. This is a historic level, a historic event. RSI, even just below 5, is nuts. But when we get down to 4.28, let me help you. The last time we got even close to here, this was 4.22. So we're just above this level here. Before that, going back over here to May 2017, really here, March 2017. We saw a massive decrease in Bitcoin dominance. That's before a massive, massive alt season run, which is what I think we're heading into right now, which I know a lot of you just can't believe it, but oh man, the signs are there. The quote unquote price is strong, bearish below the cloud. The slow line is starting to flatten out. On the weekly time frame, we're seeing what I've been waiting for a long time. Not only a big fat red candle, but the price, quote unquote price, is inside of the cloud, which means we're in bearish consolidation. This is all good. Like, look at weekly RSI is going to be heading down to oversold values below 25, which is massive. That's a massive, massive sign. And it doesn't stop there either. Stablecoin dominance continues to look incredible. Yesterday put in a low, Thursday put in a low at 12.46. This is all looking super amazing. I'm expecting stablecoin dominance to drop another 20%, which means alts are going to absolutely rally. Now, it doesn't mean that everything's going to drop right away. Things are right now short-term overbought across the market, in my opinion. So don't be freaked out if we have little itty-bitty pullbacks and stuff like that. We're not that part of the market yet where things are going to really freak out and fall 30% in a day. They will, but I don't think we're there yet. Ethereum dominance. Again, perfect TBO breakout cluster on the daily time frame. How can you argue with that? Chart strong bullish. Top 10 dominance. This one is still looking incredible because XRP pumped massively. This is still raging higher and higher on the weekly. This is a crazy, crazy week. And this chart is interesting. This is the total crypto market cap excluding stablecoins. It has a perfect 3 in a row TBO breakout this week. Well, sorry, not perfect 3 in a row. We have a TBO breakout cluster. Not perfect. I wish it was. But the main thing is that all lines are separate. The price, quote unquote, is above the cloud. The slow line is starting to curl up, but it gets better. The last time we saw this was back over here in November, and we saw the market increase by 1.73%. That's a huge increase. Going back before then, right over here, February 2024. Oh, before that, right over here, November 2023. You guys getting it? Like, this is a huge, huge signal for further upside continuation. The total crypto market cap, excluding the top 50, printed its first TBO breakout yesterday, which is really exciting. This is not a dominance chart. This is actually a market cap chart. Yes, 75 billion. It's very, very, very small, but these are all like the small caps, and it put in a new high yesterday, or local high. Total 3, perfect 3 in a row TBO breakout. This is a better chart to represent like top 10, top 20 coins. I'd say top from number 10 to number 20 or 30. Having a TBO breakout cluster like this on the daily is massive. Having the quote unquote market cap price pierce above long-term overhead resistance is huge. It is short-term overbought with RSI at 93. But look what it was over here. It was an 84, 84, 90, 90, getting super overheated. So this is a massive signal again for continuation. And looky, looky, the other's crypto market cap printed its first TBO breakout yesterday with RSI getting up to 89. Like, we're just getting started, guys. There is so much more time left in this market, but it is going to go fast. And if you're not prepared, you're going to miss out. Go to thebettertraders.com. It's time to beef up your education in crypto trading using automated tools, especially when it comes to our courses, 50 Minutes to Financial Freedom. This is an amazing course that will help you understand automated and active trading strategies, using our free TBT signals, which are DCA bot signals on all trading. Active trading stuff with the TBO, with AB trading. I actually just had another AB trade close in the green yesterday, which is awesome. It's a great course, and it also comes with one-on-one coaching, and it comes with a free month to the Better Traders Club Trader tier, which includes the TBO. It includes a lot of awesome stuff as well. Now, I want to go back to the charts because there's so much to share with you today. Help me get to 50,000 subs, you guys. That's an easy benchmark. And ideally, I want to hit 100,000 this year. You can help me. So the way that happens is liking the video, but share the video. Share these videos, these updates, and the content that I share with others so you can help me grow my channel. Okay, so I have a lot of picks for you today. Like the video. Let's get into it. Boom. XRP, absolutely on fire. This one is just ridiculous. It actually did a good thing yesterday. Even though it had a red day, it was a pullback of about 2%. Look at where it closed, above the previous all-time high. That's a great sign. Look at daily RSI. Daily RSI topped out here at 94.80. That is wild. That is a massive level. Just so you know, like, we typically don't see RSI going above 85. So when it's at 90, like, this is a massively bullish move, just like we saw back over here. Literally, just like we saw over here. We saw TBO breakouts and we saw RSI at 97, over here at 97.26. So now we're looking at 90, 94, 95. Like, this is crazy. There is like PQ for you right now. XLM had a pullback yesterday as well, 7%, a lot deeper, but printed a TBO breakout, and volume continues to pour in. RSI is weakening a little bit, but on balance volume looks incredible. BNB has a perfect 3 in a row TBO breakout. And look at the volume yesterday too. It was 4 times the average. That's crazy. Link, second TBO breakout on the daily. We're probably going to put a third one in. Here, look at the volume just growing. I'm seeing this happen all over, by the way. Volume is just starting to grow astronomically, just like it did back over here. Uniswap put in its third TBO breakout, not a 3 in a row cluster, but look at the volume. You guys catching on? See how the volume is just growing astronomically? You can see the moving average just moving up higher. FLOKI, this one put in its third TBO breakout, and it's also a perfect 3 in a row cluster, which is my favorite breakout setup. Look at this. And volume is just massive, absolutely massive. Friday's volume, almost 4 times the average, which is insane. And HBAR, this one put in its first TBO breakout yesterday. And you can have them on red candles. It's totally normal. It's totally fine. It's a good thing, actually, because it means that the market's just going to be moving higher. We're just going to be going chicka. Now, just an update. I shared this with you yesterday. I did not think that Ethereum Classic was going to pump 14, 15, 20%. If I did think that, I would have bought a whole lot of it. But the main thing is that I told you on the weekly, this is a huge signal. Having a TBO close short, this orange diamond on the weekly, is a massive signal, just like it was back over here in November 2023. This is huge. And ACT, I continue to watch this chart. I'm expecting ACT to pump up here to about 14 cents. It's just a weird feeling, a weird vibe. I could be wrong, and that's okay, but something I'm expecting. HNT, Helium, this one had a great move up yesterday, closing up 9%. Look at volume, look at RSI. Like, this is insane. On balance volume continues to look incredible. There is short-term resistance here at 4.434. And of course at 880 as well. Just charts on fire. Looks great. SUI, This one had a severe pullback yesterday. Actually, if we measure just the price action here, it's pretty brutal. Wick to wick, top to drop, 14% is a really big move. It did close below overhead resistance, but remember what I told you about this chart? I mean, yes, it was good that it punctured the 786, but I said, look at where the TBO resistance line is right here. And you know what I did? I took profit already down here, knowing that there's going to be a lot of fireworks here. Not wrong about that. The chart is still strong bullish. And honestly, pullbacks are good. Anytime we get a pullback, it gives us another chance to get another entry so it can go higher. So don't be afraid about pullbacks, or don't be afraid of pullbacks. These are good, healthy things that happen in markets, especially bull markets. SPX continues to stall at the previous all-time high at $1.77. We are seeing upper wicks to like 195, which is exciting, but no closes above the 177 level yet. But guys, anytime I see the TBO cloud just curling up, all four lines independently pointing up, it's just a matter of time. I'm patient. I can wait. Patience pays. Volume is overwhelming the moving average yet again. It's looking incredible and looking super strong. On the weekly, yes, there's that TBO breakout as well. Virtual, this one opened a TBO Open Long yesterday above the cloud. Now, this one's gone real quiet, especially when the whole market's going crazy. Usually charts like this just get forgotten until all of a sudden it just pop out of nowhere. That'll probably happen next with virtual. All right, up next, we got Solana. Now, these red flags right here, there's just some interesting things happening right now you need to pay attention to and be aware of, okay? For Solana, the first thing is that it is right here at TBO resistance, okay? Not to say that this is a line in the sand that it will never cross, but it is significant. And we can see that on Thursday, it wicked up to this level. Yesterday, it pierced above it, which is great. It did not make a higher local high. The volume and the momentum is good. Volume is exceeding the average, but it is struggling to close above this level. If we see a close above this level over the weekend, that'd be great. But the only caveat to that is that we have a candle up here all the way to what, $185. So ideally, we don't want to see Solana pump above that. We don't want to see a new CME gap because we still have an existing one down here at 121. Litecoin. This one had a magnificent pump yesterday. Wick to wick, it was actually a really incredible move, 12%. Unfortunately, it lost most of the momentum, which stinks. It's frustrating, but it is how it is. But look, we hit our level that I was waiting for, and piercing above this level, making a new high, a local high is good. But check this out on volume that I noticed. This is really, really odd. Do you see this? Look at what happens. See these big spikes? Friday, Friday, Friday. And we see an escalation in volume from Sunday to Friday, Saturday to Friday, Saturday to Friday. Really weird, isn't it? You can see it in the price too. We get a pump and it falls back down. Pump on a Friday, falls back down. Pump on a Friday. Maybe it's going to pull back down, but the momentum is clearly building on this chart. I have bigger targets for Litecoin. Like up here is, short term, probably 135 is a good target. Mantle, this one had a surprise move yesterday. Good volume, good everything, but look at this stuff. I need to hide everything so you can see it. It had a brutal 7% wick in both directions, literally chop suey in both directions. And what's crazy is that I've been letting people know how I'm doing over here on AllTrader, right? I let you guys know where I took profit. Actually, I did it live on the stream, or not the stream, on the video, and I took profit here because of TBO resistance, right? Remember I told you, I have to bring back the TBO again, but the reason why I took profit right here is because this is a long level of resistance. So I took profit literally at the perfect spot. You guys getting it? Now I did move my stop loss down here because I want to protect profit, but this is insane. And don't worry, I'm going to go over these charts in just a second. I'm going to share why they're here, because well, I guess I might as well. We're right here. It's pretty exciting. This one right here for Uniswap, it was a great trade that took 3 days to finally close to make a nice 5% trade. Maker, this one took 6 days to close for 5% trade. This one right here, ADA, this one took 55 days to close. Patience pays, you guys. Patience pays all day long. If you can be patient when it comes to trading crypto, and again, this is all taught in our courses at the Better Traders. Like, this is why I do what I do, to help you guys learn how to overcome the market and come out a winner. All right, let's keep going. BONK. This one saw a really, really huge move on Thursday, right up to the 786 level, and it saw another pullback yesterday. Now, if you're feeling bummed about this, guys, don't forget Wednesday, BONK pumped 30%. Is BONK done? Nope. We have 3 TBO breakouts, a 30% move. Really, from the 618 to the 786 is 40%? No. We're just seeing a slight pullback, just like we saw back over here, just like we've seen in other markets where we have a slight pullback before it rips higher. It's not really over at all, in my opinion, especially with RSI putting in a high here on Wednesday at 92.2. Yes, it's just taking a little bit of a break, but it's not by any means over. RSR, this one is approaching overhead resistance right here at the TBO at 0.010654. Just be mindful of that. It's still about 16% away, but it could be a point to respect. Volume also had really good days on Thursday and Friday too. 5 times the average. Yesterday, it was roughly 4 times the average. Sorry, 3 times the average. Hex had some really irregular price action. On Thursday, a massive liquidity test. Yesterday, a nice 16-17% close. It still hasn't moved yet because no one's bought Hex yet, but volume is really good as well. 4 times the average. I would love to see this start a massive rally for Hex, mainly because I've been accumulating and waiting on this chart to actually shoot back up higher, but I don't know. We'll see. DOGE, this one has had a really, really great week. Notice where it wicked yesterday, right up to TBO Resistance at 25,441, like I've been talking about earlier this week. Volume yesterday was incredible for DOGE. This one is almost 5 times the average, which is incredible. I had a weird dream about DOGE last night that it went up to some ungodly number, and I just couldn't believe it. I'm not even going to say what it was because it's just a dream. It was not real. It's not going to happen, but it's just the market's messing with my head right now. And I don't like it when it's getting into my dreams. I don't like that at all. ADA, this one wicked above TBO resistance. Notice a pattern right here with a lot of these. Made a new local high, but didn't close above. Volume looks incredible. ONDO, this one is approaching overhead resistance, but it's making a really nice gradual move up higher, which I like. VeChain, VET, this one, look at the volume this week. Just day over day over day, just huge. And yesterday, what, 4 times, a little bit under 4 times the average volume, which is insane. And basically no price reaction, a 2% close. Crazy. FARTCOIN. Now, this one is in a little bit of a pickle because it pierced and tested at about 156, actually 157 twice. Now, it did not close below previously broken resistance. It has pierced it. I do expect FARTCOIN though to bounce from here and to bounce up higher. It's already pierced this twice. We have 1, 2, 3 days above this level. So we can actually confirm this as broken. So we should expect a bounce here for FARTCOIN. This one is approaching overhead resistance on the TBO like I talked about. So we have our first level here, which it's holding, but it's not doing so well. Look at this candle right here. It's literally a 0% move. The open and the close are almost identical. It wicked up here to this level where I said there's going to be some, challenges to break above at 41 cents. And then we have 44-ish cents right here. But the reality is that a chart like this, it's under a lot of pressure, just like the rest of the market. It's not even massively overbought yet. It could go so much higher. So we're just seeing the market test out to see how much higher can it go. And last but not least, Giga. A lot of you have been asking about this meme coin gem. Yesterday it closed up 4%, but more importantly, had a really nice pump up here, 25%, 26%. This is a predictive wick. For those of you that are wondering, predictive wicks tell us when we get a reasonable wick, and this tells the market, we just wiped out all the sell orders right here. So we're probably going to see this chart go up here to fill this wick and continue to move up higher. Again, there's TBO resistance at about 0.029. I want to share one more interesting observation with you. I shared this briefly in the live stream on Coin Bureau yesterday, my last night. But this right here, what's happening right now, seeing this blue line drop is the same exact thing that happened back over here in November. It's literally the same exact thing that happened back over here in February, we are seeing the exact same things. So we're seeing we're basically on the cusp of a big move up higher. It's all the signs are there, guys. Everything is there. Yes, it is literally this like to a million right now. Oh yes. This is how you should be feeling right now. Okay. So again, you guys got to get prepared. Okay. You guys got to understand what to do next. And I understand it can be a little bit overwhelming. That's where we come in. This is what we do at The Better Traders. So go to thebettertraders.com, go to 15 minutes to financial freedom, or check out the club and be on the lookout for my video that I'll be sharing tomorrow. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.